Hello and welcome to the weekly Roundup. This is the video where we round up the latest theme park news, wrap it up, put a bow on top, and share it with you. Last week was a big, exciting week for news. This week, not so much, but we do have some to share with you.
Universal Studios extended Mardi Gras by 2 additional weeks. It now ends on April 11th.
Well, that's some good news.
Yeah.
And then over at Disney's Epcot, some news regarding Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Yes.
I believe that's the official name of the ride. I will probably just call it Remy's or Ratatouille's. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Have to see how it goes. But it is now officially set to open on October 1st, which is the 50th anniversary date of Walt Disney World. In fact, it looks like Remy's will be the only major new attraction that will open on the actual 50th anniversary day of Walt Disney World. But some other rides such as Tron and Cosmic Rewind will come online within 18 months of that. And that way, Disney can say those rides are officially part of the 50th anniversary celebration because they have an 18-month window.
Hey, it works.
Walt Disney World is adding a new way to enter their theme parks using your iPhones.
But wait, what about other smartphone devices?
Right now, it's just going to be iPhones. I'll get to that later on in the story.
Okay.
But the official announcement is using your iPhones. The option is called Disney Magic Mobile Service. It will operate through the My Disney Experience app and through the device's digital wallet. Features will be available by holding the phone up to the round touch point atop post at the entrance gates, just as visitors do now with the Magic Bands. Disney's Magic Mobile will be coming out later this year in phases, starting with Apple devices, including Apple Watches. That's why I said iPhones in the beginning.
Got it. Okay.
So I guess the other phones will get it eventually, but they're going to start with Apple. Disney's CEO said that with some luck, Disney Cruise Line could be sailing by the fall, with some luck. Now, those cruise lines have been shut down for like almost a year now, I think.
Ooh, yeah. The cruise industry has been hit hard for sure. So I'm a little surprised by that.
By what, it being too early or too late?
That early.
Early.
I thought for sure next year, not this year, but I mean.
Well, he did say with some luck. Moving on to Busch Gardens, Tampa. They're going to open a new bar.
That's right.
A giraffe bar.
A giraffe bar.
And it's going to overlook their Serengeti plains.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. So the bar should provide like nice indoor and outdoor views of their Serengeti plains.
Oh, that's nice.
Guests can marvel at giraffes, zebra, antelope, and more while enjoying an all-new menu of shareable appetizers and a collection of cocktails, wines, and beer. Guests will have the opportunity to preview the all-new venue featuring refreshing drinks and signature small bites during a soft opening starting on March 19th. The Giraffe Bar will officially open on Friday, March 26th.
Back over to Disney. Finally, Disney is opening up Blizzard Beach.
Yeah, it has officially opened right now. It is open. You can go there today if you wanted to.
Yes, I know. I need to get over there. I wonder if my annual pass is still good.
Well, the thing is, Typhoon Lagoon stays closed.
Right.
But with Blizzard Beach, you do not need a park reservation.
That is very cool.
But there is limited capacity.
Of course.
Like when you go to Magic Kingdom or Epcot or any of the other theme parks, you have to have a reservation for that day.
Right.
And they still have limited capacity. But with Blizzard Beach, you know, if capacity was available right now, we could go there right now. Just walk into it.
That's right.
But we don't know about your pass, do we?
No, I don't. I drive all the way over there and be like, wah, wah, wah.
You need to follow up on that. You too, if you have Disney water park passes, follow up, make sure your pass is still good. I don't know what they did with those.
Right.
Something we need to research for ourselves. Like I said, a light week for news because it's over. That's all the important news I thought I should share.
Okay.
There might be some other little news, a trash can moved to spot or something. I don't know. But that's this. Do you really need to know that? This is the stuff I feel like you really needed to know this week.
Okay. Well, thank you.
But I do have a channel update.
Really?
If you are a patron or a channel member, we now have the Volcano Bay pop-up video ready for you guys.
That's right.
So Patrons, you need to go to patreon.com/RixFlix. I put a post up with a link. Mm-hmm. And now if you're a channel member, you need to go to the homepage of RixFlix, the YouTube homepage. And in the community section, I did a post where there's a link to the video.
Great.
So if you're a channel member or a patron, enjoy that. Maybe the end of next week, I might release it to the general public.
Very cool.
And I think this is going to be the last pop-up video. I don't know if we're going to do another one.
They're very labor intensive. They really are.
They are a lot of work.
I enjoy them. I like doing them. And I know some people really like watching them.
Well,
but
you either really liked it or people really dislike it.
Yeah, it's 50-50 on it.
And a lot of people just don't care.
Right, exactly. So, but I mean, for all of that, it is a lot of work just for it to be 50-50. So, we'll see. Maybe I might pop in one like a few months from now. Who knows?
Whenever you feel like it, you got some free time.
Yeah.
Summer's coming and you will have more free time. But I really wanted, so we got what done? We've done, we did a Hogsmeade one. Mm-hmm. We did a Marvel Island pop-up video. And now Volcano Bay, which is the one I really wanted to do.
Right, it's like a music video. Really.
Yeah, because it features a real band. It's not like stock music that's available on YouTube or anything.
Right.
It's from a local band, the Swamp Donkeys.
Yes.
So it's like real music. So and it's pretty. You know, the Volcano Bay is a pretty place.
It sure is.
So go enjoy that, and hopefully maybe next week I'll release it to the general public.
Sounds good.
And now we can move on to questions and answers because no rumors.
Nope.
What is going on? We have not had a rumor in a while.
No.
Man. I'll work on that.
No. Well, okay.
But until then, we'll just answer some questions.
Sounds good. Number 1 is from Sammy. With regards to Velocicoaster, are you team front row or team back row?
That's a good question. Now, I'm not strictly either side, like in a general sense. Mm-hmm. It all depends on the coaster.
Well,
that's why with the Hulk,
yes.
For me, I'm team back row with the Hulk.
Okay.
But that doesn't apply to every coaster. For the Velocicoaster, just looking at it, I think I'm going to be team front row.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
The front row coming down from that top hat
is scary.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I'm saying front row.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. And knowing the Heartline rolls coming, ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to try all the seats, but at first glance, team front row.
Okay. Yeah, because I think when we went on, was it Rockin' Roller Coaster over at Hollywood Studios? Mm-hmm. We had never sat in the middle before, and we finally did,
right.
And it was like a much smoother ride. I enjoyed the ride a lot more being in the middle, so I don't know.
For that one, we always asked for the back row.
And it was always like a more of a rough ride.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like more shaky.
Yeah, so team back row, team front row is not a standard for me, or I don't have a usual. It depends on the coaster.
It does. It depends on the coaster. But I agree with you. I think Velocicoaster might be front row for me too.
That's the leading candidate to start with, having not been on it.
Right.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Exactly. All right. Number 2 is from Sydney. Hi, Rick and Nikki. I'm looking into getting a Universal annual pass. When does your month start, and does it start once you purchase it or the day you use it? And we're going to get this answer right this time.
Okay. Well, we've talked about this a couple times.
We have.
And we have it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to start when you first use it.
Correct.
So,
meaning the first time you go through the gate. Exactly. Yeah. That's when it starts.
So if you buy it in October and don't use it until July, it won't start till July. Mm-hmm. That's when your months will start.
All right, number 3 is from Jenny. What is a soft opening?
Okay, so we've been talking about soft openings a lot with the Velocicoaster. And, we just assume everyone knows what that is.
Right, and it's a very legitimate, good question. Yeah. So good job, Jenny.
So, of course, you know what a grand opening is. That's when it opens and anyone can go get in line for it.
Yes.
Now, a soft opening is a period of time before the grand opening that people may be able to get on it.
Right, they randomly open it at unscheduled, undetermined times.
Yeah.
And people who just happen to get lucky and be there get to ride it.
And they do this to sort of work out the kinks.
Right, to make sure that everything is 100% smooth going for the grand opening.
So it's not officially open. You can't get there. So let's just say it officially opens on June 1st. Mm-hmm. Well, you can go on June 1st and after, and it should be available. Now, anytime before then, they just might decide to open it up.
Right.
It all depends on like park conditions and stuff if they want to have a soft opening that particular day. But they usually do it to work out the kinks of having real guests on it, really trying to get through the queue, really trying to use the locker system. It's kind of more of a training day.
Yeah.
For people. So that's what a soft opening is.
There you go. All right, number 4 is from Laura. Hi, I'm starting a YouTube channel and would like to know your favorite editor app to use, both yours and Nikki's. Love the videos and have a great day.
Well, congratulations. Good luck with your YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't know what type of channel it's going to be.
Right. Yeah, she didn't say.
But what I use Adobe Premiere Elements. Mm-hmm. And I use that mainly because it was already on my computer.
Correct.
I didn't have to buy it. It was there.
Right. Yeah, I had Photoshop for like my photo editing, and it kind of just came with my Photoshop that I had purchased.
Yeah. So that's why I started using that. Mm-hmm. And you see the videos. You see what I do with it. I mean, it seems to be fine. Mm-hmm. Now, the step above that would be Adobe Premiere Pro.
Right.
It costs more, but there's more functionality. You can do fancier stuff, and you can have add-on apps like After Effects and stuff like that.
Right.
So it all depends on the type of video you're going to make. For me, I don't need to do, they're pretty simple.
Right.
So, and what do you use?
So with my Mac, I just use iMovie, and then I use Keynote for any additional things that iMovie doesn't come with. And iMovie was free.
Yeah.
And so is Keynote. They both came with my computer, so I just went ahead and just started using it. You had to, because it came with, like, yours was with Photoshop, I did have to purchase Photoshop. So yours is a purchasable editing system. So, but for me, for iMovie, comes with a ton of great transitions and all that good stuff. And a lot of apps can just be, you purchase the app and it goes straight into the.
Okay, I'm not familiar with iMovie. I've never used it. So yours is a free version. Is there a paid version of iMovie?
Gosh, there's a different photo editing system that I want to upgrade to eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's outside of iMovie. But iMovie's great if you're just starting it.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of YouTube videos on how to use iMovie and how to use Keynote to combine the two so that you can get, professional looking quality. Videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's what we use, They seem to work fine for us, but there you go.
Yeah. I would start out easy, especially if you're not if you don't have a background in it. Start out with something simple and then work your way up.
Yep.
Like, I think
that's
we're both ready.
Did that.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're both kind of ready to take it to the next level, just because we've done
I've been thinking about going up to Adobe Premiere Pro.
Right.
But I'm just lazy. There'd be a little bit of a learning curve with the new features. And
I don't think it would take very long, though. I learned iMovie like that, really fast. Within a day, I was watching YouTube videos and I figured it out. So I was just messing around and playing with it.
But good luck with the channel.
Yes, definitely. Let us know how it goes. All right, number 5 is from Amanda. Hi, Rick. On a recent Disney trip, my 9-year-old daughter really discovered her thrill seeker side, riding rides like Rockin' Roller Coaster and Everest multiple times and loving them. Awesome, kid. That's great. All right. Let's see. We are planning our very first trip to Universal for early June, excluding the rides she is not tall enough for, which is like Hulk.
Yeah.
Are there any other rides that are just too intense for her as our next step up?
Gotcha.
Okay, so they're hoping to ride Hagrid's Mummy and Gringotts.
Okay, so she's just now getting into the big, fast, thrilling coasters.
Yeah.
And, Everest is, a lot of Everest is not so crazy, especially the first half. But once you start going backwards down the tunnel, that's pretty thrilling.
Yeah.
So, and what, was it a Rockin' Roller Coaster?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that has a couple inversions, too.
It does.
So,
they got a thrill-seeking kind of kid.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, now when you go to Universal, she's not tall enough for the Hulk, right?
Right.
So she would not be tall enough for Rip Ride Rocket.
Correct.
I think other than that, she can do everything there at Universal now.
Yeah, I think Hagrid's Mummy and Gringotts are all great, next step up coasters. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I think she can handle any ride at Universal now except the Hulk and Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah.
Well, she's not tall enough, but
exactly.
Those would be the most thrilling. So anything else, go for it, girl.
Yeah, she's going to love
fun.
Universal then. Oh, my goodness. All right, number 6 is from Phil. Do masks make a difference for being nauseous or not on rides?
Okay. I haven't noticed that, no.
Nah, I haven't noticed either. No. I get sick whether I get sick or not. It's all visual for me. It's, the visual and the movements combined, I guess.
For me, I would say there's no effect or no connection between wearing the mask and, nausea.
Right. Yeah, the visual, I just mean like the screen rides.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most roller coasters don't make me sick at all. Although, are you worried about Velocicoaster?
I am worried.
The turning?
I am worried.
The tight turns?
Things like the Hulk doesn't bother me because it's just big loops,
It's
basically.
big looping turns, yeah. It's not...
Now, what used to bother me was the old Dragon Challenge.
I love that
A different type of coaster with more spinning and corkscrews and stuff.
Yes.
That one made me nauseous. So
There's
there's a lot going on with Velocicoaster that could make me sick. We'll
yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's some tight banking turns and that heartline roll and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
We'll
have
see.
to see. I might be the one that rides it all the time.
I'm hoping I like it. I know I'm going to like it. I just hope it doesn't make me sick.
Well, yeah, me, I just got to get over my fear of that dang top hat. Number 7 is from Roland. We are planning a trip to Florida. How is it with hurricane season in Florida? Our plan is for September 2022.
Okay. I think hurricane season usually starts, June 1st?
Right.
And so September would be in hurricane season.
Yes, definitely.
I think it ends around November.
Yeah.
So that's the tail end. And usually the tail end of hurricane season is the worst. I feel like it.
Yeah, we're definitely in school when hurricane season is hitting.
Yeah.
So
I feel like September, October are the worst. Mainly because the ocean has had longer to be heated.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But as far as hurricanes in Florida, I think they're a bit, I don't want to say overrated, but people worry too much about them.
Well,
I've lived here my whole life.
Okay.
So this is my experience. My life experience is, especially Central Florida, and I've lived in Central Florida my whole life.
Right.
There was really only 1 or 2 bad years. We had, 2004 was a bad year. We had 3 come through over Orlando, which had never, before that time in my life, never come over Orlando. I think maybe only once since. Orlando is in the center of the state.
Right.
So hurricanes mostly affect South Florida, like Miami, and Tampa, because Tampa is on the coast. Mm-hmm. It's a water, right there by the water. And then the Panhandle.
Right.
Orlando and Ocala, the center of the state, is really the safest part for hurricanes.
Right.
But a lot of people, I think it's just, they worry too much about hurricanes and alligators.
Well, and I will tell you that I worked for a Disney hotel, and they really take care of their guests, and I'm sure Universal does the same thing, is that if a hurricane is planning on coming through, they will give you plenty of notice, they will give you a shelter in place, and they will help you to be at the safest part of their resort or their, or the hotel, if you're staying at a hotel. So they're always very cautious about your safety during those times, and it's never if a hurricane comes through, it's not like we're out for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's not like the Bahamas where it was
at least
just
our experience.
in Central Florida, let's just say in Central
and I think
Florida.
the hotels are probably the better place to be anyway.
Yeah,
because power, when it goes out in residential, could take longer to be restored than I think the hotels.
Right, exactly.
So we've been lucky. I think
Central Florida is always really lucky.
In all our years of living here together, maybe we've gone without power for a day or 2.
Yeah, we've been actually really fortunate.
Yeah.
I know people have, a couple years ago were out for a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
But
not us.
But not us.
Yeah.
No, it was kind of in a,
different part. So if you're in the hotels and stuff, I think you're in a better place.
Right, exactly.
And don't worry about alligators either.
Okay, number 8. I'm bringing my family to Hard Rock January 25th through 31st. I was planning to buy 5-day park-to-park tickets, but it looks like it might be cheaper to get the lowest level annual pass. Unfortunately, the 2022 block-out dates are not listed. Do you know if our trip dates are likely to be blocked out during those dates? January.
The end of January. And right. The 2022 dates are not available, but I looked at past dates.
Okay.
And the end of January is usually pretty safe.
I would say so.
No, I don't think there's any block-out dates for that because we're just coming out of the holiday season. Mm-hmm. There would be blockouts around Christmas and New Year, but at the end of January, you should be just fine. So I would recommend the annual pass. instead of buying the day tickets.
Right. And then also look at the benefits of having one person having a higher level, because you get discounts on merchandise and food and parking and all that good stuff. So if the rest of the family has the ones that are like have
The lowest level,
and one person has like the medium level, which is what the premier.
Is that yours?
Yeah, or the yeah.
I think I'm Premier.
Yeah.
And you're Prime. I don't know. It's so confusing.
Prime and Premier? Anyway, so the medium level, that way you can get more discounts. So something to look into too, if that's the option that you choose.
But I think for that time frame,
you should be okay.
Yeah,
I
getting
think
that
so.
annual pass.
Yeah.
No blockout days to worry about.
No, but in the past, you're basing that on past.
Well, and plus
years.
past years, and I just know January is a slower time.
Right.
At the end of January.
Right.
They just had a big old blockout season for Christmas and New Year. And then it eases up again until around spring break.
Okay.
So.
All right. Number 9 is from Kara. What is your best educated guess on when queues will be back to normal? If and when I go to Universal, I want to have the full experience on the rides, and for Disney too.
So she's talking about the lines.
Yeah, the queues.
For Universal, I think things are pretty normal. All of Universal feels normal to me, except having to wear the mask. Now, the wait times seem normal. I mean, they are still at reduced capacity.
Right.
They're longer because of social distancing. You have a longer space in between people. But the wait times for Universal seems very normal already. Now, the thing she mentioned Disney. Now, Disney is not, because they do not have fast passes available for guests right now. Okay. So the Disney experience is still way different than it used to be. Universal Orlando, pretty normal. Disney, because of that whole fast pass situation, still different than what you would have experienced in the past.
Okay, but she's asking about queues though. For me, like
Hagrid,
the pre-show though for Hagrid's, as far as I know, is not up yet.
Oh yeah,
Gringotts is not fully open yet.
You're right.
So those type of pre-show queues.
Does she mention the pre-shows?
And MIB, well, that's part of the queue. I
You're
feel
right,
like,
you're right.
I mean,
I did not think of it from that angle. I was just thinking
Right.
of wait times and,
Right.
and length of the line. But you're right.
But like even MIB,
That's why I had you
is
with me.
not
Yeah.
there either. So those queues are still not
You're
fully
right.
operational where they're loading people in areas. But at Disney, they are, in terms of like Rise of the Resistance. They have dots that they put out for people.
Yeah.
So.
You're right. I did not think of it from that standpoint.
Okay.
That's why it's good to have two of us. I was mainly thinking about wait times and the length of the line, but Nikki is totally right about the experience of the lines and the pre-show. So I guess we need to answer when we think it's going to get back to normal.
Right.
I don't know.
Might be a while. I don't know. All right. Number 10 is from Isabel. How many days do you think are needed to do everything at Studios and IOA in peak season? Ooh, that's a good question.
You want to answer it?
Why? Because I'm smarter than you.
You were in the last question. You were smarter than me. Okay, I think
you did the challenges.
I think 3 days, even in peak season. You need a day to spend at Universal, a day at Islands of Adventure, and then the third day to go do the things you missed
at either park.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 3 would be good, especially now. You need to take advantage of everything you can. Get into the park as early as you can. That is the biggest tip I can give anyone. You can get a lot done in the first 2 hours of a park opening.
That's true.
Unless you're waiting in line for Hagrid's. Other than that, you can get a lot done.
That's true.
Before the crowds really start to build, those people sleeping in on vacation and stuff.
Which is understandable.
So I think if you do that, now if you sleep till 11 and then you come strolling in, no. But if you get in there as soon as it opens, I think 3 days can do it.
Okay, I agree.
4 might be a little better, but I'm hedging my bets here.
Relaxation.
But yeah. Okay, was that it?
That's it.
Well, awesome. Thanks for all the questions, everybody. If you want to submit a question that I may potentially use, I get a lot of questions. I don't, post them all or answer them all. But just go to myrixflix.com. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage. Little section for you to fill out a question or a video suggestion. I got some real good ones this week that I may actually film in the next week or 2.
Nice.
So thank you so much for those video suggestions. I'm getting ready to work on a couple of them.
Cool.
And with all that being said,
dumb is the magic, dumb is the fun.
Thanks for watching Rix Flix. And now it's time to relax.